All right, ladies, I'm going to read through a couple of verses, and I'm not going to give too much commentary on this one. I'm just going to let the scriptures speak for themselves. 1 Corinthians 16:22. If any man love not the Lord, Yeshua Messiah, let him be anathema maranatha. So they just didn't translate these Greek words. Anathema means excommunicated or cursed. And maranatha means God's judgment. So, if any man love not the Lord, Yeshua Messiah, let him be excommunicated, cursed, and judged by God. So how do we love the Messiah so that we're not excommunicated and judged by God? John 14:15. If you love me, says Yeshua, keep my commandments. What are Yeshua's commandments? Matthew 22. Verse 35. Then one of them, which was a lawyer, asked him a question, tempting him, and saying, Master, which is the great commandment in the law? Yeshua said unto him, You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. What's the first one? Love God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your mind. Deuteronomy 6. Hear, O Israel, Jehovah our God is one Jehovah. And you shall love Jehovah your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your might. And these words which I command you this day shall be in your heart. And you shall teach them diligently unto your children, and shall talk of them when you sit in your house, and when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up. And you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be as frontlets between your eyes. And you shall write them upon the posts of your house and on your gates. And it shall be, when Jehovah your God shall have brought you into the land which he sware unto our fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give you great and goodly cities, which you builded not, and houses full of all good things, which you filled not, and wells digged, which you digged not, vineyards and olive trees, which you planted not. When you shall have eaten and be full, then beware lest you forget Jehovah, which brought you forth out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage. You shall fear Jehovah your God, and serve him, and shall swear by his name. You shall not go after other gods of the gods of the people which are round about you, for Jehovah your God is a jealous God among you, lest the anger of Jehovah your God be kindled against you, and destroy you from off the face of the earth. You shall not tempt Jehovah your God as you tempted him in Massah. You shall diligently keep the commandments of Jehovah your God, and his testimonies and his statutes, which he has commanded you. And you shall do that which is right and good in the sight of Jehovah, that it may be well with you, and that you may go in and possess the good land which Jehovah sware unto your fathers, to cast out all your enemies from before you, as Jehovah has spoken. And when your son asks you in time to come, saying, what means the testimonies and the statutes and the judgments which Jehovah our God has commanded you? Then you shall say unto your son, we were Pharaoh's bondmen in Egypt, and Jehovah brought us out of Egypt with a mighty hand. And Jehovah showed signs and wonders great and sore upon Egypt, upon Pharaoh, and upon all his household before our eyes. And he brought us out from thence, that he might bring us in, to give us the land which he sware unto our fathers. And Jehovah commanded us to do all these statutes, to fear Jehovah our God, for our good always, that he might preserve us alive as it is this day. And it shall be our righteousness, if we observe to do all these commandments before Jehovah our God, as he has commanded us. In the chapter before, Deuteronomy 5, we got the 10 commandments. In Deuteronomy 5:22, it says he added no more. And then right there in Deuteronomy 6, this is how you love God with all your heart, soul, and mind. You bind them as frontlets between your eyes. You think about them when you lie down and when you get up and you walk by the way. You teach them diligently to your children, the testimonies and the statutes and the judgments. The testimonies is the prophecies. That's the first greatest commandment. The second greatest commandment is in Leviticus 19. I'll read 15 to 18. You shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. You shall not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty, but in righteousness you shall judge your neighbor. You shall not go up and down as a talebearer among your people, neither shall you stand. All right, sorry about that. You shall not honor the person, not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty, but in righteousness you shall judge your neighbor. You shall not go up and down as a talebearer among the people, neither shall you stand against the blood of your neighbor. I am Jehovah. You shall not hate your brother in your heart. You shall in any wise rebuke your neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him. So to hate him means to let him live in his sin, to not rebuke him. You shall not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of your people, but you shall love your neighbor as yourself. I am Jehovah. So to hate him means to let him live in his sins and not to rebuke him. But to love your neighbor means to righteously judge, righteously rebuke. So to love Yeshua means to keep his commandments, to love God and to love your neighbor. To love God means to keep the 10 commandments, to teach them to your children, and to learn the prophecies. And then turn around and teach others to do the same and to rebuke them in their sin. And if you don't do this and you don't love Yeshua, you are to be excommunicated and cursed, and you will be judged by God, says Paul. Ladies, just think about that. Meditate on God's word. Meditate on God's law and on his testimonies, his prophecies, so that you're not cut off and cursed and judged.